You're too late. We were all too late. The new Scion, Bridget, she's gone mad. I noticed that she'd been acting strangely, refusing food, talking to herself. Most Scions experience moments of opacity, but this was different. When I questioned her, she grew hostile. I've never seen anything like it. A new magic, flashes of purple light. And then she was gone. Gone! You'll never find Bridget. Not unless you can see the invisible. I don't know. She has slipped free of this world. But I believe that we're all connected, hanging in the web of fate's grand design. There is an answer in the woven patterns. I just know it. Akara be praised.
The fourth, the Verga. The fair Gorta have discovered my presence. They hunt me deep into the evenings, poking their torchlit skulls into every nook and fasting. I cannot tarry here, not for long. It's become apparent that the Verga were the last civilized race to inhabit Gallows End, if you can call the dwarves civilized. Remnants of their dominion scar the isle from top to bottom, culminating in the great keep of Gravehall in the south. However, I can locate no reference to such a place in the Frostbake Omnibus. Their occupation was provisory at best. Another group come and gone. What was that? Sound. Footsteps? My nerves are fraying, dear Nita. Odessa is all I fancy. Your face and the comforts of home. I must go, for they come.
What do you seek, child? Bridget is gone. She resisted me at first, surrendered when she realized how painful I could be. Kel was correct. These villagers, so young, so foolish. And you, I see how you move through the world, how you tear through the threads of fate, where I only weave them. What are you? He said you'd find me in time, and here you are. It takes much to earn the gaze of dead Kel, child. You must truly be special. She stands before you. I am Bridget, and she is me. As far as hosts go, she has been adequate. But I only chose her because she is meant to be the scion, and she is meant to possess the power. No, not yet, but it will end soon enough. Dead Kel will receive the blessing of Akara, even if it means that I must gain it first. No one shall stand in our way. Not man, not God.
Alder seems nervous.
I didn't know. How could I? All scions grow distant. They bear too much responsibility. They are only human. My poor Bridget. All she wanted was to serve Akara, and he allows this to happen. What is his protection worth if he can't stop one witch? Whatever shall we do now? The offering is upon us, but we have no one to offer. I don't know. I am shaken, as is my faith. We here on Gallows End are a fragile few. We have always survived by the grace of Akara. I weep for the loss of my wife, but I tremble for the loss of my god. Magic prevents dead Kel from entering this village and from taking part in the offering ceremony. He is broken and not worthy of Akara's blessing. The Whispering Witch would be his key to unlock the power he's always coveted. Possessing Bridget, she would take the role of Scion, and all of the power came with it. It was an insidious plot, but undeniably inspired. You? There are others who waited a lifetime for the opportunity, only to have another chosen. But you did have the vision to discover Dead Kel's plot, and the strength to defeat the witch. Is there anyone more worthy of Akara's blessing? Yes, this is what must be done. Go to the ruins on the northern mountain and claim our people's birthright. There is no other way. I once knew Atari. He was just a boy, and that was many years ago now. I wonder whatever became of him. The offering is held at the top of the northern mountain, in the ancient ruin called the Ring of the Watcher.
Hear him, dear Meta. I hear in every waking hour a voice like the rumble of thunder. I'll never forget. I must confess, my expedition is over. Dead Kel and his hanged men have dragged me to this chamber. They call for blood. Apparently, they prize their preciously cultivated mistle.
It's done, my liege. Be sure to have a look around. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting a recent castaway, a Deirdre Gwent, to serve the keep as your librarian and linguist. You should speak to her in the library. It is a perfect place to display and preserve the ancient books I found in the keep, and any we find as we explore the island. Gravehall could become a center for learning and for the translation of strange and ancient tongues. We've built out, yes, but now it's time to build up. In my dream, the keep was much taller than it is now, And the debris does suggest that there was once a second floor above the throne room, with an art gallery. I'll just need you to get me the following materials. 4 bundles of beech stone, 3 bundles of ember wood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 3 bundles of sea steel. The books mention the construction of a second floor, but nothing about how it was used. Perhaps it was just there to make the keep taller and more impressive, so I'm all for that. My dream sheds no light on how the second floor was used. I recall flashes of gold and other bright colors, but I don't know what to make of that. I suppose I'll just build it and see what inspiration occurs. I'm not sure that the De Verga are much into art, but it was in my dream that the second floor was an art gallery. Excellent. I'll get started immediately. What I have planned for the second floor will make a perfect art gallery. Or perhaps it's because I found a small stash of paintings and there's nowhere else for them to go. Return shortly. Such work takes... Bye.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I hope you've been reading every day. Wouldn't want to get out of practice. It's already a fine collection of lost books, thanks to Paddy's diligent searching. I hope you will add to it if you discover books around the island. I didn't know what I was going to do down there without something to read. Even from a young age, I loved languages. I grew up in a town with Alpha, humans, and even a gnome. Made it easy to pick up their native tongues. See you.
Archsage.
Good to see you. Let me know when you want me to go searching for shipwrecks. Where once there was just Alpha, now sprouts 2 races, the Losalfar and the Dokulfar. There was no big rift, just some who wanted to live one way and others another. We are still more alike than not, but that will change as we continue to drift further apart. Didn't spend much time there, but mostly because I like scouting. I'm fond of Bertie. Many of us are. But it's hard to know how much of him is hot air. I should be able to reach any wreck in no time with these. I used to sail on an Alpha wreck recovery ship, until one day we were shipwrecked too. Ever since then, I've lived on this island. I'm glad to serve as Graveold Keep Scout. I already watch for new shipwrecks on the island anyway. At times I find treasure, sometimes survivors, and occasionally trouble. Would you like me to start salvaging? Gallows End is a curious magnet for shipwrecks, and the fruits of these disasters are our lifeblood. You'd be amazed at what I find. Weird stuff sometimes. But most is damn useful. Food, weapons, gold, armor. I find survivors too. Most are friendly, some not. I've been keeping my eye on a few wrecks off the coast for the last few days. Let me know if any of these sound worth salvaging. They're probably shuttling materials between their various keeps. I should be able to get back by tomorrow. Be wary.
Did you need to buy something? Take care, my liege.
Hello.
I'm starting to see things. Ah, I've seen you before, at Children Keep. I recognize a fellow Warsworn anywhere. That keep of yours sounds pretty nice. You know, I do know a thing or two about blacksmithing. What do you say to letting me move in? Well then, I guess I'll make my way on over there. Thank you, my liege, is it? I knew you were going to ask. If you must know, I was relieving myself when our ship sank. This dress was all I could find when I came ashore. You probably know more about it than I do. I only just enlisted. Did a mission with old Ostodora. We destroyed a whole camp of Red Legion bandits. I'm just your typical lowborn lass from Rathir, stuck at the bottom of society. Decided to make something of myself by joining the Warsworn. I took a job to protect some merchant shipment to Melsonshire. We were about halfway when a Divergan raider attacked us. We fled north, but they followed and sunk our ship. They thought I was dead, but somehow I found my way to this island. He's dead, you say? Oh, what a shame. They don't make them like that anymore. Thanks for the chat. Hello?
So rose the river, and so fell the chain armor. the helms of iron. Up from the depths, terror drawn, clawing their slumbering halls, where warriors waged wars with wine dreams and fancy, alone in the fearful fasting. First one she seized up, alive with wicked pleasure, bones crushed and bodies beaten, as she painted the walls with gore, a screaming reverie. A curse-black sun rose high over hearth and hall. With dull blades drawn, they rose from cups, awake with horror, as silence gripped the tongues. Grief and torment in Grave Hall, for Anrun had met the tomb. A long night's silence. By mandate of the High Spear, all warriors heeded the call to hunt the beast drog to blood pall and fasting. With steel-taloned reach and venomous tongue they marched in her name. Anrun, Shadow Queen of Solsvard.
Where have you been? Everyone is waiting for Alder's wife to come up here and do something. Not sure what, exactly. They said that the new Scion is meant to enter the ring of the Watcher and accept the blessing of Akara. Whatever that means. Don't look at me. I've never done this before either. They're waiting for you.
Why do you wound me, stranger? The Alfar despise me, the gnomes fear me, but with you I have no conflict. My ship, my crew, my island. You've taken everything. But you will not have the blessing of Akara. It is my birthright. Have you ever tasted death, my friend? Have you felt her sweet lips upon your cheek? I was a dead man. I had finally found the peace that had always escaped me in life. But then Akara brought me back, took my hand and fished me from my slumber. I did not choose to be this. When Akara learned what I truly am, he abandoned his creation, leaving me to walk this earth in anguish. He owes me. It is more than these fools realize. So much more. Akara is ancient. All of Amalur has passed before his eyes. The wise and the wicked. And he has passed judgment. When you receive his power, you become one with Akara and his will. The wisdom, the strength, the magic. It is the power to change the world. Sire, it is a meaningless title. Don't let these fools blind you. They know nothing of Akara, only what he chooses to show them. There is no scion. There is only the power and the one who receives it. As long as I walk this island and sail those blue waters, I will seek what is rightfully mine. No one tells dead Kel when to die. Not Akara, not you. That is one power I still possess. I've never flown the white flag, and I will not start now. It betrays cowardice, and the craven are always the first to the bottom. You will pay for what you've done. If Akara will not give me his blessing, then I will tear it from your still-beating heart. The Baronet is eager to meet you, especially after what you did to his friends.
Well done.
Did you see that?
Surprised to see me? The truth is that you drew me here, not Akara. I've tried time and again to see your path, to read your weave. But I find nothing in the magic. Yet, I have seen something new all on my own. It is hope. An opportunity to end the threat of dead Kell once and for all. That is what the Scion is meant to be. What you are. You are Akara's attempt to fix his own mistake. Go now, deep into Akara Tor, but do not go alone. You're destined to be joined by another. Interesting. You chose the boy. He is impetuous, yes, but he is driven and a fighter. You could do worse. Dead Kell awaits.
Watch yourself down there. And beware the boy. He's got a dangerous streak.
I would have been more help than a fight. Your loss.
You and Tari will find Akara under the mountain, where he makes his lair in the Arathi ruins. Stay focused on the task at hand.
You'll do fine, but be wary of Tari. He has a tendency to betray people and kill them. He's down in that hole, I presume. You'll be fine. Tari is with you. He enjoys killing. Perhaps a little too much.
Akara protects us.
Nice to see you.
Fear the darkness.
Fear the darkness. What was that? Fear the darkness. I'm ready. I've been preparing all my life to meet again. We are near the Blessed One. Come, Quickling. We have been waiting for you. Speak with us. Speak with Akara the Exile. We are the Exile. We did not desire to play the games of men and monsters. So we departed, seeking solace. On this island we took root, and here we first heard the cries of the lost, touched the tears of the broken. Quicklings bear such fragile yearnings. You need guidance. You need protection. Like us, you are exiles. The souls at rest above know nothing. They know only what we reveal. They know what brings them peace, what gives them hope. That is how it was for many passing seasons, but now all of it must come to an end. We are but one branch of the great tree, the ring of Kyozai, the watchers of our withering world. Only as a god would we be heard, and only as disciples would the people listen. To plant seeds, to inspire hope, to save. That is why we reached out to the Quicklings. But look at what our influence has wrought. Such a monster can only be born from power, and power will be the tool to unmake him. That is what we want. The unmaking of dead Kel. We were the 12, the sons and daughters of the Lagru, and the branches through which all wisdom whispers. We are the ring. Yes, Quickling. That is why I created the Scion. You are the vessel through which destruction will finally find dead Kel. That was always the purpose of the blessing, to give one individual the power to end this grievous cycle. Now, do what you came to do. End him, and end us. Think of it as one last offering to a grateful God. Akara So, it has come to this. I have nothing left to give you. Nothing but my hate. Nothing but my blade. From the moment that you crawled across our beaches, Akara has beckoned to you. He has called you by name. Through Alder, through the Old Man King, and perhaps even through me. In you, Akara can purge himself of any guilt. That is why you must die. Because you have been given all the tools with which to conquer me. But dead Kel does not surrender. The Alpha surprised me. Their war galleys waited just off the coast. Mages at the ready. It was over in seconds. Broken and bloody, I washed into these forgotten caverns and prepared my soul for eternity. It would have been a good place to die. That is when Akara, the fool, took it upon himself to save me. I had cheated the gallows, you see. I deserved that death in the cavern. I had won. Spare me your pity. All I want is the power, and that is lost to me yet again. Many have died. What is one more? I am a predator. Killing is what sustains me. But the sea does not judge. It only silences the screams. All I've ever done, I've done to survive. No one knows that truth more than I do. And you believe you are the one who will fix Akara's mistake? No, not like this. I will take what belongs to me, what I should have received in exchange for my free will. I will get it from Akara, or take it from you. All this time, Akara was just another liar. Yeah, I should have known. In this world, there are only the knaves and their unwitting prey. You've given me a chance to redeem myself, and for that I thank you. But my journey is not yet complete. We will meet again, and when we do, I will count you among my friends. That is until you give me cause not to. Goodbye.
Hi there! You had me worried. Honestly, why do you act like that? Throwing yourself headlong into dangerous situations. No more! Do you hear me? If you and I are going to woo, and woo with vigour, you're going to be more considerate of my needs. And there are many. Like sex. I mean sex. To show that you're my consort, you should take this. It's a sword. It was my mother's. She was a terrible person. Not as immortal as everyone supposed, was he? At least I had a hand in his defeat. As my mother always said, if you can't be the best at something, find the best, grab onto them, and never let them go. Don't go far.
You've returned.
Welcome back. How can I help? For this fine day. Always a pleasure.
I can't believe it. Bridget, dead.
I saw you coming. The cards spoke to me like they have not in ages. You are the one I was marooned here to find. My path has been made for me. You see, there are few in this world who can truly plot its course. Many try, but all of them fail. Great figures always rise up. Sometimes the gods create them, and sometimes they create the gods. But true heroes are born. Or in your case, reborn. You are the scion now, and you carry with you the blessing of Akara. There is no one on this earth more worthy of being called a god than you. And so I will go, to prepare the way. For when you come, the world changes, and the people must be ready. Before you came, I was waiting to die. I'd given up, you see. But I've seen what you can do. If you can change the world, perhaps I can as well. Not in the same way, of course, but well enough to make a difference. Return if you need my sight.
cannot hide your amazement. Truly, your facade is a weak one, my liege. But still, I appreciate the effort. But what is an art gallery without an artist? The painter Benwick Athol from the village showed interest, so I invited him to join us here. You will find him in the gallery, searching for inspiration. I find it curious that our keep's every need seems to be filled at just the right moment. An artist and a linguist arrive on our beach just as we build a library and a gallery? Preposterous, right? I fear I'm starting to agree with one thing Alda says. Akara brings to the island those who need to be here. Though I had no idea I was building an art gallery, I dare say I may have created the world's finest purely by accident. There's one last thing to build. Your keep is tall, but, yes, not tall enough. My dream has shown me a tower so tall and so majestic that ships will see it from miles around. You could not be overlooked. For this, I will need 3 bundles of beach stone, 4 bundles of bear hide, 3 bundles of ember wood, and 3 bundles of sea steel. Nothing in the ruins suggests what function the tower served, but I don't think it matters. This last crowning jewel to your keep should be something new, something entirely out of our own inspiration. Something has guided us so far. Fate, Akara, I don't know. I say we trust in whatever it is to lead us to the end of the journey. My dream offers no insight about the tower, but fills me with awe at its majesty. It occurs to me that this tower may have some special purpose for us, but I need to make some inquiries. Great! I was worrying I'd have to wait a while. Up we go, but there's still some work to be done. Now that we can leave the island as we please, I propose we use the tower to lure Cape Solace's most prodigious and brilliant soul. The tower shall be our embassy, and Myful Ronwyn should be our envoy, carrying your words to the world and bringing prosperity to Gallows End. Goodbye.
Good to see you. I salvaged what I could from the ship. I'm ready to go out again whenever you want. Be wary.
Hey, I'm going to skin that man like the animal he is. This is your doing. You freed him from his cage.
I owe you a favor, my friend. One good turn deserves another. Stay out of trouble.
Come, listen to this. I've been longing to tell you the news. I remember who I am. My name is Aubrey Gilchrist, assistant to the great scholar Oath Beswin. We sailed from Rathir to conduct research for his newest scholarly paper. It all came flooding back to me when I found this bit of parchment, another for your growing collection. I am Aubrey Gilchrist. I was studying to enter the Scholia Arcana in Rathir when I took an apprenticeship with the great author Oath Beswin. We were traveling the Frostbreak Sea to investigate ancient Diverga outposts, but our ship was sunk by dead Kel. I am the only one left. Based on my earlier findings, I'd estimate that the final Diverga pieces might be located on the eastern portion of the island. You see? I even understand myself now. What a relief. Go get that treasure.
What do you think, my liege? Nothing has ever reached so high to the heavens. I've sent for Maifo Runwin, my friend in Cape Solace. She is willing to serve the keep as your envoy to foreign lands. If you require her services, she can be found in the embassy. Never thought I'd say it, but I truly believe we have a Kara to thank for this keep. I'm not about to volunteer to be the scion, but I'd have to be a fool to deny the truth. You, the dream, the key, the castaways, all of it, just when we needed it. I hope you don't mind. As a gesture of my gratitude, I planted the seed of a mighty tree in the courtyard in honor of Akara's help. It was the least I could do, I think. My liege, now that your throne room is prepared, you have an opportunity to truly help your people. We will let it be known that whenever you sit upon your throne, you will hear petitions from anyone who comes before you. You may render judgment or offer help as you see fit, and your people will show their gratitude. Bye.
I have been looking for a friend of mine who was also aboard our ship when we wrecked. I believe she could have survived the crash, but I can't find her. Her name is Sister Siana. Will you find her for me? All I know is the front of the ship broke off as we approached the island and drifted west. Oh, think Lyria. I saw the front end of the ship floating to the western part of the island. I pray Sister Siana has found her way safely ashore.
It's quite a beautiful day. My muse summoned me at a very young age to keep my hands supple for painting. I asked Order to find me some non-physical labor to do. He started talking about pitching in and helping, and I may have stopped listening. I wasn't doing anyone any good there. I need to be where there's beauty. Nothing is more exciting to an artist as a massive room of blank, flat walls. Ah, how I shall fill them! Paddy found a bunch of old paintings during his last construction. They're all fairly damaged, but I believe I can restore them using some magical paints. However, I will need you to go kill some monsters for me. You see, my magical paint soaks up the essence of beasts when they die. Not only will that make it possible for me to restore the paintings, but the paintings will take on magical properties. A little something given to me by a gnome scholar. They capture the essence of beasts when they're killed nearby. The gnomes said they were still experimental, but they seem to work fine. Okay, this first painting appears to be some kind of cave. It should be interesting to see how it turns out. For this one, you'll need to kill some Mergen and scabs. Bring the vials of paint back to me once they've changed colour. You need to tint the vials I've given you by killing certain corresponding monsters. Bring the vials back to me once they... Take care.
to the Gravehall Keep Library. It's everything I hoped it would be and more. I've only barely arrived and I feel myself again. I've been doing some thinking, and I have an idea to build our collection and use my extensive linguistic skill. During my short time here, I found a few books written in ancient languages. I suspect there are more like them on the island, waiting to be found. Should you find any more such books, please bring them to me, and I will gladly translate them for you. I can speak half a dozen languages, and I can read twice that. If there's a book I can't translate, I haven't seen it yet. My first days on the island were stressful, so I spent my time exploring as far from the camp as I safely could. On one of these walks, I found an astonishingly old book in a language I didn't know. Translating this book helped me to engage my mind, and I think kept me sane. I soon found another such book, and another. I was still miserable, but I was busy and thinking. I love translating books. Just bring them to me when you find them. It shouldn't take me more than a day to translate anything. I will need a day to translate this. Check back tomorrow. I'm still not done. Give me some more time. See you.